We're live. Jasmine, just jump in. You were fine. I think it was you move back or something. So we are live with the ladies. I'm so happy to see everyone today. I really am. Let me see something. Nope. Okay, I like it better this way. Cool. I like it. I like it. So of course, we're just like casual. I'm so glad you could come back on today. I had so much fun last time. We have people getting on, so you can read your comments. If you pull out your device, you're more than welcome to respond. You can see the comments from where you are, right on your right, but you can't comment. Only I can. I'll pull up questions. But you can use, if you have an extra phone or something, comment, go to my channel. Just make sure the volume is down so that it doesn't interfere with us. And we're good. Can everybody hear us? Yeah?
Yes.
So we have, so Rosalind's already in there. So hi, Nancy. Hello. Ladies, I'm so glad you can come on today.
Who's that?
I think that's Sandra.
Yeah, it's me. Sorry.
Oh. So friends, as you come on the chat, just say hello or something, because I can see how many people are on, but not everyone chats. So ladies, how's everyone been? We're not going to even do introductions because we've done them before. People, if they don't know us, then that's their fault. So I'm going to go around. I just want to see like how everyone's been doing, how everyone's been coping. I'm going to start with Jasmine because she is, from what I understand, like unless everybody else is working, she's working like full time. So I want to find out what's going on with you, Jasmine. What have you been up to? How are you mixing working with taking care of your sons who are just finished school and moving on to their next grades?
Okay, hi everybody. Hi girls.
Hi, Jasmine.
Hi. Hola.
Hope everybody's doing great.
Good.
I have been working full time. But my kids are out of school now. So I've not been doing a lot of reselling, but I've been focusing more on my physical and mental health. And when I have some time, then I do some reselling work. Usually on the weekends or on the evenings, and I try to keep in touch with some of my friends, like Elsa and Rosalind and the other girls in some of the different groups. Yeah. So just trying to do a little bit of everything, but just take my time as not to feel so overwhelmed with everything.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that, because sometimes people were trying to do so much. I was just telling Carla how I had to relax this week. I had 2 lives set for Tuesday and yesterday, and I canceled them. I didn't participate in some of the things that I was going to do. I only posted on Instagram and did a little listing, right? Because you can get overwhelmed by doing so much. And we don't want to overwhelm ourselves, especially as we get older. When our body says stop, right? We have to stop, and we have to work on our mental health. So I'm appreciate the fact that Jasmine said that. I myself have just kind of started a little bit exercising. I used to be a big person. I exercise, Pilates, yoga, and I have to start getting back there. So I'm starting off slow with my yoga. Carla, what have you been up to? And aside from that big water jug, show everybody that big water jug. Everybody should be drinking. And I know that's
Holy cow. How many ounces is that?
It's a gallon.
It's a gallon.
Wow.
I challenge you to drink that, one of those every day.
I've only been able to finish it once.
Okay.
Wow. Go halfway.
Wow. So, Carla, what have you been up to? And then
also, Jasmine, I've been trying to concentrate on myself and try to get healthier and work out and lose all the extra weight that I had. Well, still have a lot to go too. But doing that, I think last time we spoke, I said that I was coming back to the reselling, to relisting, and because I had not done it for a little bit, or on and off. And I'm trying to balance. Also, I've been planting, took on gardening. That's my ADD, doing all different things. So I just finished transplanting the last little plants. So I'm really excited about those.
What are you planting?
I planted tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, hot peppers,
Nice.
like 4 kinds of hot peppers because my husband is obsessed with hot peppers. Yeah. Now I don't know which one is which.
So be careful.
So I think we'll figure it out when they grow.
When you eat them.
Yeah, that I can't wait to see that. That's something you should be posting on your Instagram page.
I did it on my stories, but it's yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, they're growing. I'm very excited. And I went thrifting last week.
Really?
Yes.
What did you get while you were out there? Now that was your first time being out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how was that
My
experience?
mask on, lots of sanitizer, and went to 2 stores, the smaller stores, and they were not like maybe me and 2 more people in the whole store. So it was really comfortable. Yeah.
How was your pricing? There are a lot of people who've been complaining that prices have, skyrocketed.
Because I went to smaller stores. One is and they are in downtown. One helps they do free AIDS test. It's called Out of the Closet.
Mm-hmm.
For everybody that will want to go. Their prices are pretty good, and they have 3 colors of the week, which is like 10%, 50%, and 25%, I think. So prices were good. And then I went to the other one that it's a little hole in the wall. I know how to get there, but I don't know the name. And everything was the same price.
Nice.
Yeah. And then
smaller places too.
Yes, and a state sale. So I've been shopping.
That's good. My neighborhood, people, Thomas and I were out on Saturday, and people were setting up for like garage sales and things like that. And so it's like interesting to see people slowly coming out. And I'm like, I have too much stuff because I'm like, oh look, they're having a garage sale over there. I don't even want to get out the car. I don't want to.
Do you do this and turn around to go?
That one caught me off guard because we were headed somewhere else, and by the time we came back, they were gone. But I was like, maybe instead of trying to hit the thrift stores, specifically because I'm looking for, like more vintagey things these days, and things that I can throw some bleach or some tie-dye on. So I'll probably hit some areas, and they're outside, so I'm not going to be inside. The inside places I'm not happy with these days. Like we went to Joann Fabric today. If my daughter didn't have to get anything to decorate her cap, I wouldn't have went. The line was around the corner, and I was just like, wow, like, do we really? And I've just felt claustrophobic with the mask on. So for all the essential workers who have to wear a mask like all day long, my hat goes off to you. I'm telling you, I love you, because it's like with my glasses, when I had to put my glasses off, I felt like I was hyperventilating. So I was like, let me get out of here before I passed out in this Five Below that was next door,
Your whole face starts to sweat. It's like,
oh my gosh. It's like, well, also I have like, the way to go is the thinner surgical mask, because they're not like heavy and you can breathe. My mask is my mask that I've been carrying around for a year and a half, which is the one I go to the bins with because of the allergies. That is not going to work. Where my daughter is a CNA, and she's got these cute little just cotton masks. I mean, these cute little surgical masks. She's like, Mom, I'm good. This is what I wear to work. So I was like, you know what? I'll start wearing that when I just go into the store like really quick, because and my glasses fog up and I just couldn't deal with it. So we can be cute, but it's, if we're going to be standing in line like that. So, like if I was going in and out, like the dollar store was real quick, but that Joann's was like, yeah. I was like, I can't do it. And they were not even 6 feet apart. People want to be on top of each other. And I'm like, yeah, you need to back up. Look. So Rosalind, what's going on with you?
Well, hola todas. I've been busy. I've been trying to take care of my health too. I haven't been feeling well, but I'm taking care of that, I guess, and keeping myself busy. Reselling is one of my passions, so that keeps me busy 100%. The videos that I'm putting out there. And I just got out of the house to go to the park with my son, to go hiking to a nearby mountain that we have. but I haven't been in stores. Just we went to Costco, to do our groceries, and we went to Publix, but I haven't been shopping. I mean, online, of course, but no, like I haven't been on a thrift store or Goodwill or whatever. So I've been trying to source online. I waiting for a box from BG Trading.
Yeah.
This is my second time buying a box from them, so I bought a bikini box, a swimsuit, I think. So yeah, I'm excited to list it because I know they're selling. So swimsuits are really selling now.
They've definitely been selling a lot of swimsuits, especially if you've ever gotten a box from them or if you're on their email list. I do have an affiliate link, so I get their stuff, and Sandra's used my link too. But B&G, it keeps coming. I'm waiting for them to throw those Quay Australia glasses back on there. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I got one for free in my box, and it sold within me listing it. So I'm like, yeah. And I sold 2 items. I sold my glasses, and then Sandra actually bought these jeans. Everything else I sent to ThredUp. They took everything that I sent to ThredUp. So because it was all new with tags, and I was like, bam! I paid nothing for that box because I'm an affiliate, and they took everything for ThredUp and a couple things.
And like I told you on Saturday, remember?
Yeah.
I sold that inflatable pool that I just, because I checked the Mercari app, and there's, they were saying all the water sport related items were like trendy.
Yeah.
I got tired of looking at this inflatable pool that I bought for my kids just because we were in quarantine. They were there. And like, I don't want that in my garage anymore.
Yeah.
And then, I'm going to list it, and then it sold in less than an hour. So I was like,
yeah. Wait, let's talk about that for a minute. That's what I like about Mercari. I love Poshmark. Poshmark is my number one breed. But Mercari, right? They, like what Rosalind was just saying, if you're on the Mercari app, if you sell on Mercari, they tell you what's trending for the week. And I love that. They'll tell you, okay, handmade is trending. And if you sell something or if you list something, they'll even like sponsor you up in the app so that people can see your stuff. But that's like really cool. I like it a lot. You go right onto the app, and if you have items within that category, then you can just look around your house and sell it, like trending now, smartwatches. So if you're getting rid of one Fitbit and you're about to buy,
I did that with the old one.
Yes.
I did that too on Mercari.
Always look at them. It was camping equipment, just like she said, it's outdoor equipment, handmade. So it's really cool the way that they do that. Jasmine must have been having some technical difficulty. So Elsa, how are you doing? You just had a nap. That is a beautiful thing.
I know, right? Yeah, I woke up just before the program and put some makeup on so you wouldn't get scared, and here I am. So yeah, it's been very different lately. I have been very busy. My personal projects have been absorbing me. My mind and mentally and physically, I have been absorbed by personal projects. It's been crazy. However, in order not to neglect my reselling business, I have had to change all my routine around because that's one of my priorities. My reselling business is my extra income, so I cannot let it go whatsoever. So what I have been doing, and I know it's crazy, but in the last weekends, I have been waking up very, very early, 6 in the morning or so. So I have a couple of hours to just have coffee and relax. And then I will go 8 to 4 o'clock taking pictures. So I will take pictures to measuring, also editing all the pictures and getting them ready to list little by little throughout the week. We're talking about up to 50 listings in one day. For me, that's a lot because I have 2 kids. I have a home I have to take care of. So I've been doing that. And what I do is that then on the weekdays, I'm free. I don't have any problems. I don't have to take pictures. I don't have to edit pictures. I don't have to worry about drafting. I'm just directly listing. So I'm listing probably up to 6 items a day at a time, which is fabulous. I do some sharing, not as much as I used to do before, but I am trying to do lots of sharing, here and there. And it's working. It's working out. I'm kind of envious that you guys can take care of your bodies and do some exercise, etc. I haven't had time to do that in a while.
Jasmine.
I think it's awesome.
So I muted you, Jasmine, because you're echoing.
There's a lot of static.
So say it again.
There's a lot of static.
Yeah, it's only because I think she has on 2 devices. Do you have 2 devices on, Jasmine?
I shut the other one off.
Okay. So
I'll shut it off. Hold on.
oh, so congratulations to your son, Elsa. He graduated.
Oh
Congratulations.
yes, my senior boy. Yeah, he finished school, which now another little headache starts right with college. But
Yeah,
he's a good kid. So.
yeah, it's a good headache. We have 2 going off to college as well. His and hers. Thomas has a senior. I have a senior. So it's been our last 2 babies. So that's been an exciting and scary type of thing. Thomas is like, I don't care, get him out of here. Me, I'm like, well, my babies. So,
Exactly.
you know, he's like, he's a dad, I'm a mom. I'm like, ooh.
That's how that ours, because my husband is the same way. Like,
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. Yeah, once they're gone, I'm good. You know, I'm like the thing that tops it off is my son, who's in, you know, he's in Korea. You can't get any further than your kid being in another country. So for me, I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Once they're gone, you kind of get used to it, even though hopefully he'll be home in 2 months. Sandra, what's going on in Jersey?
Well, I've been trying to pay some attention to me. Been
Nice.
exercising. I've been doing yoga because I feel very stressed. I don't know why, but I do. So I'm trying yoga like every other day. I've been exercising every single day, which helps, you know. Other than that, I've been just trying to create some thank you cards on my own from my computer.
They're lovely. I saw them. Yes.
they came out great.
Very nice.
And thank you. And I also sent some clothes to Thread Up. And they actually, I sent 6 items and they took all 6, so that was pretty good. I've been sending private offers to bikers just to generate some sales. But the sales have been okay. The only thing is that I have to really like offer low prices in order to make a sale. I'm finding that, you know, it's really hard to make a full, you know, like a full price sale. I kind of have to like bring my prices down, and sometimes, you know, that sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm lowering some prices. I'm using the that feature where you can relist.
Copy listing. Yes.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool because sometimes when I do that, I actually make a sale.
Yeah, I would say do that. Well, because you know I'm a relister anyway. I believe in relisting, and the copy listing feature really has just added to the game. I'm going to put out a post probably tomorrow where if you look at it, if you copy and list or relist before parties, just before parties, you'll make a sale. So it's like almost like it's brand new. I do like all of the night parties. I have something on almost every party except for jewelry, makeup, and like the luxury. And then I just go in. Like yesterday, I just copy and listed everything in whatever party it was. I think it was the Adidas night party, and you get a couple sales that way. So if you just think of it as brand new, you know, it's really a great way to get your items up there. So Poshmark, they're doing a lot of good stuff. Reposhing, which is a feature that Relove used to have. But Relove was a little bit different, where if you reposh it, you would actually get a percentage as a seller if someone else's item sold. So reposhing is if you purchase something from a seller and you no longer want it or you can't do anything with it, you can just reposh it. You just have to use your own photos, but everything else in the listing is there. So
That's way easier because before you have to go for the old
yeah.
thing and take a screenshot and do all that.
And I think what that is going to help eliminate as well is a lot of people trying to send things back. You know, I think that'll help a lot where you won't get a lot of negative feedback. So, you know, so what's your thoughts on some of the new features, Jasmine? Because I know every time something comes out, you post it into our group.
I like the relisting option. That's my favorite. And I still enjoy using offer to likers. I think that's, you can't beat that feature. I think that's one of the best ones that they've ever come up with. But now being able to relist your items, I think that's great because, they don't only show on the as a new item on the category, but if you then drop your price, they will show as like just listed also, newly price reduced, so you can have your item with a lot of visibility out there in a lot of different areas of the app.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely like this feature a lot. I'm so glad. I can't wait to see some of the. Oh, and also, Jasmine, how do you feel about some of the markets that are like with the games and things like that?
Yeah, I think that's great. It's kind of like a mini eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for people that have been stuck at home and everybody was doing like the cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can sell a lot more things, not only clothing and shoes and handbags, but you can go through pretty much any area of your home and find something to sell. So I think that's great.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing because it's so similar to Mercari.
Yeah.
Because I sell a lot of games and puzzles and things on Mercari because the people are in the house. That was a game changer for me. And I was like, wow, like if you guys don't know it, ThredUp sells puzzles. And I purchased a box. I'd already had puzzles and Thomas brings me games, and they sell so quickly. So Poshmark doing that is definitely a game changer. The only thing I'm waiting for, which I would love, is just a different kind of shipping. A little different shipping structure. Other than that, they're really like competition with a lot of the online platforms. So, friends, we have so many people in the chat. I'm not going to say hi to them. I want everybody to go around and just say hello in your native tongue, wherever you want to talk, because it's great amount of people, and everyone in the comments in the chat, just say hello, drop your handles, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to start with Carla.
Oh, you want me to start?
Yeah, just say hi to people because you have
in Spanish.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Ah, okay.
I might pick up something. You keep throwing me these hard.
Hola, gracias por vernos. Estoy muy contenta de estar aquí y compartir con ustedes. Si tienen alguna pregunta, avísennos y estamos aquí para ayudar a toda la comunidad.
Roslyn.
Bueno, hola chicas, veo a Cintia, veo a Irma. Hola, saludos. Si tienen idea, como dijo Carla, si tienen alguna pregunta, ahora es el momento. Espero que estén pasando una bonita tarde.
Nice. I have a couple comments, so I'm gonna come back. Sandra, you don't have to speak in Spanish because I'm not speaking in Spanish. All I can say, hola, hola, ¿cómo está? That's what
Okay. Hi everybody. Hi Nancy. Hi Cynthia. Let me see who else is there. I can't see everybody.
So you have
Irma's there.
Malena. Is that Malena? Malena.
Yeah, Malena. Karina está por ahí. Hola, Karina.
My new friend Cynthia. I love how she spells that. Cynthia Amos. Amons.
Irma.
Elsa.
Irma has a question. You want me to answer that?
So let's do somebody here is a question that I can't help.
Girl.
Okay, Irma. Sí, Irma, that's Irma. Hola, Irma. So who wants to answer?
Well, first of all, what does it say? You know I can't speak.
if we send offers to likers or we wait.
Okay.
Ay, yo sí voy mandando enseguida, yo quiero vender rápido.
Eso es lo que yo iba a decir. Yo no pierdo tiempo. Si tú lo quieres comprar y me funciona, ¿verdad que sí? Que a veces funciona rápido. Sí, yo mando rápido.
Well, so Leslie, do you agree with that? My answer was, of course, yes. I send the offers right away because I want to sell quick.
Yeah.
Like 2 seconds after they like it, I send it out.
Yep, me too.
Okay, Carrie, she's asking again. I was going to go back up, but I'm glad I don't have to search, but I got to close this one out first. And then I'm going to, I'm going to do this for Jasmine because Jasmine's working. Elsa, you work full time too, right?
Yeah.
At any time, like, are you receiving low offers in Poshmark this week more than usual? Have you been really active this week, Jasmine?
I think she's
I
mute.
can't hear her either.
I can't hear her.
I'm
either.
sorry, I had you mute. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I have been sharing my own closet and just listing a little bit this week. But yes, I have seen, and I have a different groups of people that I speak to through the week, and they've also have said that yes, a lot of low offers on Poshmark this week. I counter. If I can, I'll go into the bundle feature and have a conversation with the potential buyer. I'll try to explain to them my point, my position in regards to the items that I'm trying to sell and why they're priced that way. And hopefully we can come to a happy medium. And if not, then I just been just saying, okay, well, maybe at another time, because I'm not going to, I still need to make a profit. I'm not giving my things away. I can't afford to do that. So yes, it's been really difficult because I just feel that there's a lot of new users that are not familiar with how reselling works in general. And also because there has been a lot of advertisement on TV about, Poshmark being 70% off and other Mercari and other apps like that. So people come in and automatically they're sending you a 70% off from your listed price. One of the things that you can do to counteract that is maybe raise your prices and release your items and just price higher. So then you're prepared to negotiate when you get those kind of offers. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah, I agree with Jazz 100%. I always intentionally price my items high. But then I had this conversation because sometimes people price their items high and they forget. So when an offer comes in their mind, it's still a low offer. So I'm like, intentionally 20 to 15 if you have a higher item, you want to play the game. So when they come in, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to take that. But some people forget, so then they still go into habit mode. So I don't know how many people that has affected. But Jasmine, let me ask you this. Do you have an idea, just a small idea, of like how many new users come on the Poshmark every week? Just a thought. I mean, you've been selling for a while, and it seems like the momentum is growing. Just a thought.
I think that it's definitely in the thousands, especially with Canada also, but definitely in the United States. I mean, when I started Poshmark, 6 years ago, there were only like 3 or 4 million people on the app, and now I know there are like 50 million people. We were told when we were at PoshFest, and like 7 million sellers. However, I feel that with all the push that they've done with the advertising and the pandemic and people trying to make extra money, I'm sure that that number has increased considerably.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. People are going back. Remember when you used to just casually tell people, friends, about like, oh, I'm selling on this app, right? So I've heard from so many people that the people that they talked to a couple years ago are now going, wait a minute, are you still selling? How can I get started reselling? Because people are going through having some financial challenges right now, right? Okay, wait a minute. I saw a question. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, here. So I'm going to throw this out to Elsa first.
Okay, so do you ladies have a schedule you follow daily? I usually, what I do is I work full time. So in the morning, very early morning, around 6:30 or so, after I've taken my shower, etc., I sit down and start sharing my closet. And then I start sharing a couple of other closets of people that are very close to me that usually will return the favor. So I can get that out of the way, right? To start my day. At noon, I will connect again and share my closet. And my closet for me is priority. So that is the first thing that I would do, is to share my closet and start how do you say that? Start posting new listings.
Yeah.
So at noon, what I do is take at least 2 to 4 new listings, and I will just list them for first time. Then at night after dinner, I go again and share my closet. This is the third time that I share and last time that I share, and other friends' closet. And then if I get to be awake in the party at 10 p.m., because in the East Coast it's pretty late, 10 p.m., what I do is list 4 new items also. I would say 2 to 4. So that is my routine for a full-time employee like me. So I'm not sure for the girls that have the luck to have this as a full-time what their routines are.
Carla.
I work full time too, but I work 7 to 3.
Mm.
And now I'm working from home, going to the office only once a week. So after that, I usually take a break and procrastinate a lot. And after I procrastinate, I try to take pictures and list. I'm trying to do every night, and I'm also trying to relist a lot. Yeah, I posted, I don't know if you saw it, that difference, like when you start with the pictures and, you know, when you get more experience, like after 2 years, it's amazing.
Yeah, it really is a difference. Like when I first started, I was on just an hour. I was 6 to 2. I was a lunch lady. So I would come home and just like hustle and sometimes be 1 o'clock in the morning, but I had to like make it. That's when I decided like, look, I got to do this full time because I got to get out of this stressful job. So I had to come up with an interesting schedule. Now I pretty much do whatever I want, but I do get a lot done. So I'll focus on just one day at a time. I write a list of 5 things I want to do. And if I decide the next morning I don't want to do those, I'll do something else, but I at least try to make sure I get some things done. Rosalind, what kind of schedule do you have?
Well, right now, since I'm not working my part-time, I'm doing this full-time. So, wake up, drink my coffee, share my closet, but I also don't have to share that much because I have a VA. But I try to also come sharing whenever I can. But I want to have time to do like you say, I want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
Since I'm not working, before when I was working, I was like, wake up, exercise, go to work, come back, do this. You know what I mean? Like I was so busy. But now I want to spend time with my youngest. I don't have anybody else left in the house, so I'm trying to also spend time with him, spend time with the husband at night. We usually watch TV and movies. But I'm always looking every day, whenever, it could vary. One day I can list 5 items, the other day I can list 2, it depends. If I'm recording a video, if I'm doing a TikTok. But I also have, on Sunday, I try to have a list, what I want to do this week. Monday video, Tuesday, I try to have that and just have it in my mind that when I wake up on Monday, I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I can plan for the next day if I want to have a video done, so I do it on Monday. And then, like that, I have it ready for Tuesday to post on Instagram. And I hope I have with I know. It takes time. It takes, like, Leslie was posting today on one of her Instagram posts, like, to make a video, it takes time.
Yeah.
Then I have to edit it. And sometimes I don't like the way I'm sounding, so I'm like, record this again.
Yeah.
I didn't pronounce this word.
Yeah.
And, it's hard. I'm hard on myself, too, because I'm trying to, make it easy for people to understand what I'm trying to explain. And
Right.
It's hard.
Yeah. See, that's the key also. But what I will say is just, just still be yourself, because someone commented on the video that they don't, on the post that I did about like making videos that they're afraid to. And I just say, they're afraid to talk and hear their voice or whatever. And I say, pretend you're talking to like your best friend or something like that, right? Your husband, the person that you can relate to the most, just pretend, because then someone else came in and is like, oh, they go and they practice and whatever. I don't have time to do that. Like my first video a year ago, I just sat and started talking, and I was like, yeah, bam, it's done. You know what I'm saying? And then you grow from that. But it's just like, also, I don't do a lot of editing because I want people to know that I'm real. Like when you see the tie-dye video, no matter what time of day I make a video, that train that is 6 blocks away, the sun. So I cannot sit and edit every time. And I'll say it right in the video, like, here comes that train again. Oh well. And I say, life, you know, I'm squeezing dye on stuff. There's no way that I'm trying to get this remote to turn off the video so that it's just going, you know. And then here comes the trash truck. So after I finished the first shirt, I said, okay, I'm gonna let them both go. And then I come back and I say that in the video. I was like, okay, I took a little break to clean up and let the trash truck go and let the train go. So it's like, just be yourself as much as you can. But I do it, you know, because Carla's raising her hand, but I'm waiting, Carla, you know.
I know. Just because, you know, when you first interviewed, the very first one, I said the same thing. I'm afraid. I'm embarrassed. I don't know how to start.
I'm not closer to you.
I was embarrassed too, but you know what?
And also that I did a video of my first haul video, and after I saw it, I was like, how did I post this? My faces were like, you know, like I was looking because I was trying to look, and my friend was like making, you know, calling me, and we both were making fun of my faces.
No.
But then I was like, you know what? I'll post it because then I'll know in a couple of more videos how would I, you know, get better.
Right. And then also the process for me, I like it because it also shows people that you're real. Like, you know, people who are meeting me today think that, you know, if you look at my Instagram, you would think I'm going out and buying and paying for bots and stuff, but I'm not. I'm just being myself every single day. And that surprises me, the growth, right? But that's me just being myself. So I tell people, go back to the beginning. One, I'm still going to continue to be my crazy self or whatever, or just my laid back, my truth telling. But like, go back to the beginning. That first video was kind of almost the same. I'm just able to add some stuff in, you know, it's not a dark background the way it was, but I want people to see that evolution. And that's what I like about people who aren't afraid. Like Rosalind, she'll tell you that first TikTok video, right? And it's not to put her in it, but that's growth though.
Yeah.
You know, like
now she's like pulling clothes out and
Carla knows. I always tell her, you know what, Carla, right?
Yes.
Well, the person I want to talk to is Jasmine, because I mean, it seems like I've known everyone forever. I've known Jasmine the longest and I know her the best, but like when I happen to know her and communicate with her, but now when I meet her, she's speaking on the stage at Posh Party Live. So one, like, you ladies are afraid to get in front of the camera, but like, how did it feel for you, Jasmine, to have that experience, to be in your area where you live at and people that you know? How was that feeling for you to do that and then speak at Posh Fest behind that?
It's, you know, it's nerve-wracking, you know, but when you sit there and you start talking to people that you know share the same passion that you have about reselling, and you know, I've always been the kind of person that like to help others, so I sit up there, you know, either at the Posh Party Live or at Posh Fest, and I just feel like I'm like coaching somebody, or maybe not coaching, but sharing some of my experiences and some of the things that I do. So as soon as I start doing that, I kind of get into my element and I calm down. But you know, it is natural to get nervous when you're gonna speak in front of a large group of people. But I just try to just think of, look, this is something that I want to share with people because this has been good to me. So I want to make sure that other people can use my knowledge to further their business. If I can help, that makes me happy.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. Again, like I said, the first time that interacted personally was at Possibility Live with Jasmine and then Danielle and different people, and it's like amazing. And then by the time you get to Pasta, like so, and it's just like that great feeling just to see, like, you know, I made sure my time was clear to go. And like, you know, people, but they want the support, and you always want to hear what people have to say. I think that's really important, to support your community and the people that you know. And you still learn. I still learn because I don't know everything about Jasmine, you know. But then you could like with this panel here, the people who are in my community get to know you, you know. So now more friendships are made. You know, people who have been in a community where they've been predominantly Spanish speaking, but they happen to follow me and didn't know any of you. Now they know you. And they have people they can relate to, you know, because I can't talk very well in English, let alone.
You know, one of the things that I always thought that was really important was like the Posh and Sips, and I started when doing Posh and Sips when it wasn't popular to do Posh and Sips.
Right.
So I guess that's where I started my connection with the community, and being able to speak at some of these events has just further that connection with people from other areas and from other states. And I have made incredible friendships. I mean, all of you ladies, you know, and it's not only talking about reselling, but it's talking about everyday life, you know, and it has been really instrumental during this pandemic, the support of everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, that's why I want to have, and that's why I'm trying to do these lives, because it's like, even though the community is in a sense close, we're not, right? Because it's people that Jasmine know that I don't know, Carla know that I don't know, and this brings them together. And again, a group of beautiful women up here talking about like their different experiences. We're parents, you know, we're married, but we have different experiences that other people can relate to. Like Carla has a story that someone else can relate to, and Jasmine has a story that someone else can relate to, you know. So that's what I love about the community coming together and not being afraid to share what they know. That's the beauty of this community. You know, there's some rotten apples out there, but let them stay over there. Rotten apples fall to the ground, right? So that is what I really love about like this community. What does it say here? Someone says, I admire you because I just get nervous of my accent and I think no one is going to understand what I'm saying.
No se preocupe.
Okay, lo hago en español. You can do it in Spanish too.
No te pongas nerviosa.
I would say go for it. Go for it. We all started from zero. I think the only reason why my English has gotten better and better is because I just go out there and do it. Honestly, we all make mistakes. I feel like just today doing this, I have been making a lot of mistakes when I talk, probably because I slept before I the program. I don't know what's going on with my tongue, but I stopped worrying about that long time ago. I think it is not a natural behavior to just like, oh, it's okay. No, it comes with time. So just do it. Go for it.
I would write what I want to say. That's what I do sometimes. And I would record the video. And if you don't like it, record it again until you're not, you don't have to be happy. You have to be comfortable with it.
Exactly.
And once you're comfortable, it doesn't have to be perfect. Once you're comfortable with it, you can just post it.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I did with the TikToks.
You know what? Yeah, you know what also helped me too last year? 2019 was a blessing for me because when Poshmark asked me to be on Poshmark Live in Atlanta, asked Carla, I was like, I don't know, I wasn't expecting it. I was so nervous, I was so anxious for weeks. I was like, why did they ask me?
Yeah.
Like, you know, they don't understand me. I was like, but you know what? I prepared, you know, what I was gonna say, like Carla said, and read it a few times. And you know what? When you're on stage, somehow, I don't know, my nerves went out of the window because all the support from the community in Atlanta, they were so sweet to me. They started cheering for me. I was like freaking out, but somehow I made it out alive.
Nice.
And then after that, then I started doing videos in Spanish because you know what? I got the I don't know. I just there to ask Poshmark for the Spanish cards. And once they did it, I was like, wait, like, what am I doing with my Spanish? And I started doing videos in Spanish. I don't know, I started growing. I met Jasmine more and started doing more things in Spanish. I did Russian speaking Spanish with Corsa. So, you know what I said? I think language is not a barrier. Even if you have to learn Spanish, just go for it.
There's nothing to lose, but everything to gain.
Yeah, definitely.
Say it that way, thinking about that way. Just you won't lose anything by posting a video, but the probabilities of you gaining are much bigger than anything, of you losing something.
Yeah. And so what I'll say in reference to that is one, even though just across the board where we sell on different platforms and not just Poshmark, all over, even if you start on Poshmark and you're diversifying and you're going to other platforms, and the word is diversity. We're so diverse. One thing regardless of Macquarie and eBay, I love Poshmark for the diversity of that company. It's not an app to me, it's a company, it's people. I've been able to see them, I've been able to meet them, shake their hands, have conversations. They're from all over the world. The world is a melting pot. And so they are out there doing their thing, and I say do your thing. The only way is to do it is to start. But my big thing is, another reason why I'm doing this is that you may be a voice that your community needs to hear. So you don't want to silence yourself. You actually want to talk, and just start by something small. Like tomorrow, while you're here in this chat, if you're, commenting or you're here watching us, write something down that you want to accomplish this week coming up. And so starting Monday, do it. And I want you to send me a DM and let me know if whatever your goal is. Send it to me Monday, and like by Friday, send it to me that you've accomplished it. Send me the video in private, because Sandra does that a lot. And I'm pretty sure she does it to like her friends and stuff. But she does that because sometimes when we don't believe in ourselves, it's other people believe in us and they push us. But I just want everyone to start, like Elsa said, all start at zero. And if we keep holding back, you're holding back something that someone needs to hear. The reason that Jasmine was invited to speak is because she had something to say. The reason that Rosalind was invited to speak was she had something to say. She was surprised at that, but she was already doing something and someone saw that. And sometimes you need an outside person to see it and bring it out of you. So I just challenge everyone that if you're afraid to do one thing, if you don't want to announce it here, send me a DM. I would love to see what you're afraid of, and I can help you get through it. Because I tell Sandra all the time, no, you're not quitting. Go ahead, The reason that I'm talking about Sandra is because she does, it's also to show you that when we get a certain age, there are still things that we're afraid of or whatever. Just because you're like 50 doesn't mean you're brave and you're bold and you're out there. That's when you really have to start thinking about, wow, what can I do? I was 49. I wasn't doing this last year. I mean, this time last year I was, but it was like a slow, process. Now here I am. I'm about to be 51 next year. I would never have thought that I'm going to be talking to these ladies on this panel right now. So I encourage you to get out there and do some things.
Sandra's been doing good.
Huh?
Sandra's been doing great.
I know. I was about to talk to her. So Sandra, what have you done this week that you didn't think that you would have done about 6 months ago, or in the last couple of weeks that you would have tried 6 months ago?
I did that one little TikTok last week that I thought, that was a pretty good TikTok, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I loved it. It was.
And I was like, wow, this is pretty good. I could do this.
Yeah.
So that was what I did last week. And I think that was, a big to do for me. Also, I started creating on the computer. I did my thank you card. And that was a big thing for me because I'm not very computer savvy, Mm-hmm. But I went on Canva and I created my template. Then to print it out, I went to Avery.com.
Nice.
And you can print for free.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to buy anything. So last year, Michael's had a huge sale on their like scrapbooking stuff.
Mhm.
So I bought like, I bought they're white cards, but they're really big, like 8 by 12.
Mhm.
And so I use that to do my thank you cards. So once I print them out, using the Avery thing, and then I had these scissors that have the special cuts on them, like,
The pink and
and I made the squigglies around the card, and
okay.
so just getting
How do you-
creative.
Sandra, how do you spell that? Because when you speak with Spanish speakers, you have to spell things. Is Ivory, Avery, how do you
Avery, A-V-E-R-Y, Avery.
Oh, I'm gonna try that. Yes, thank you.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah, because
Yes.
they're the people who create all of like they have stickers and papers. You can print your own stickers and things like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I created my sticker.
Mailing labels, they were like one of the main big companies. So yeah, because normally you have to buy their stuff. So that's a big deal that Sandra said that they are free. So
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like when you go there, there's a section that you can use templates.
Mhm.
And when you go there, that's where you can print for free.
Yeah.
You don't have to, and there's an option that you can send your project to them, and then they'll print it out for you and then mail it to you, but then you got to pay for it.
Nice. Okay, so my husband has a question.
I want to say something. I was going to say something about that. Your husband is stirring the pot, and I'm trying really hard not to say anything.
I want to say something.
Okay? Because he said no, I told you no politics. And he's looking for my mouth, and I'm going to start talking, Leslie.
He's a troublemaker just like you. I try to keep him, but he asked it again. So I said, let me roll.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to my nephew Gael because he's watching us with his mom Letty. So to Gael.
Bye, Letty.
Thomas, thank you. I love you, Thomas.
He says
Yes.
things that I don't dare to say.
We are very happy that the Supreme Court sided with DACA. Like static. Not only that, but yesterday they cited, I think he said something about not only the Dreamers, but the LGBTQ. Excited with both decisions. I'm really, really happy.
Okay, can I say something?
Sure.
Can I curse in Spanish?
Yeah, as long as it's in
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Se jodió Trump. Okay? Here. I'm gonna say it because that's how I feel. That's
It sounded lovely.
I'm so, you know what? I don't need a visa, but you know what? I feel it. It makes me, I don't know. Like right now, I'm so overwhelmed by it, and it makes me cry because I'm so angry about that. I'm so angry that why, these people deserve it. These kids deserve that. So I'm happy for you guys. And I know someone, a seller, that 2 days ago talked to me about this. And I was telling her, just keep praying, don't lose hope. And today I sent her a message, oh my God, I was watching the news, like, I'm so happy for you, I'm like, I'm so happy for anybody who was affected by this.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I'm
Now
not
Thomas
affected
is happy when he started.
No, he definitely, because I say to him, not that we don't want to have conversations, but like it goes beyond like us having chats, because he would love to get into a lot of stuff. But for everyone, that is like perfect conversation. On June 29th, I'm having a cultural conversation. I still have like several spots available. I think I have 10 spots filled. I'm looking for 20 people.
Are you going?
I'm going, yeah.
Send me a DM. This is for anyone. I don't care what the color of your skin is. We want to have a cultural conversation. Culture is all of us. It's our culture, how we brought up, but it's love, race, culture. Let's talk about it. Right now, the world is actually more like enlightened and awake than they ever have been, and they're willing to talk about things, the things that we've been dealing with for like all our lives, every day. This is me, this is the color of my skin. It's not going to change until I take my last breath. So like like I'm having these conversations all the time with my children and everything. And so anyone who is considered a minority is probably been having these conversations every single day. And we want to keep the conversations going. We want to talk to our friends who are not, who are our friends from different countries or whatever. I think we should love everyone. Like why should someone, from the LGBT community have to go through craziness just because the way that they live their life? Why can't they just live? So like I try not to get too deep into it, but it is a conversation that we need to have. So I welcome everyone until the spaces are closed up. I want it to be intimate, and I think 20 is a good number, to just send me a DM. We're going to have a live Zoom chat. Then it's going to be recorded and it's going to be released as a video, because we need to have conversations. I want to hear everyone's point of view. My thing is, as long as we listen to everybody and we're not cussing at each other, we can talk about whatever. And that's what people need to do. So many people have been saying to me, it's been beautiful because I have the numbers and everything. We're not coming together as resellers. I just happen to be active in the reseller community with 17,000 community members, but that's how I can find people. It just makes it easier, but we're not coming in logging in as resellers. We're logging in as Leslie, Carla, Rosalind, Elsa, like that. So that we can have conversations. Bring your husband, they can sit beside you. And yeah.
I bring my husband.
It's Tommy says, ask them if they know about Juneteenth tomorrow. Do you
Yes.
guys know anything about Juneteenth?
A little bit.
What is Juneteenth?
So
Juneteenth?
So Juneteenth is the actual official day that the last slave was freed. It was, the Emancipation Proclamation, but that's when the last slave. So I forget when it
Was it in Texas?
So it says, please, they say, please expend, but that's around, the United States, the last known documented time that the last slave was freed, because they were, of course, freed, but people were still under slavery, So that's the last known time. So Thomas is really getting into it today. And someone says, Thomas, can you please explain about that? I'm putting my foot on the stop it down there. So ladies, with everything going on, do you have like a new plan to run your business? Do you have a new focus? Or what is your focus for the summer, going through into the fall? I'm going to start with Sandra.
Well, I think what I'm going to do is going to try, since I haven't been shopping and I need inventory, I think I'm going to continue my consignment.
Okay.
And I'm also going to try to do some, buying online. I know that you bought a box from Goodwill, right? And I may try that. I know I was watching your video today. I know you were like this about it, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
But I'm gonna try it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try it.
So I'm not sure like I did it.
Max opens up and Marshall, I'm gonna try and go there and see what I can get on sale as well.
So you're gonna do some retail arbitrage?
I'm gonna try that. I've never done that, so I'm gonna try it. Something new. And see how it goes.
Ladies, is yellow the final sale ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't find any.
Yeah.
Not
No, you didn't find any?
I would say look for the yellow. Red is still a little bit too high pricey for me, Sandra.
Okay.
So you
Me
go
too.
to the clearance rack and you look for the final sale, which is the yellow. And then also, though, my suggestion, even though it's new with tags, you still need to check comps, because what's happening is when you get there, you'll see it's probably going to be 18 of the same kind of items. So that the reason they're getting rid of it is because it's an item that is probably no longer in trend. So a lot of people don't really educate themselves about retail arbitrage. They think because it's new with tags that it's an item that could possibly sell. And that is not the case. You do not want to have inventory that costs you more in the long run.
Right.
Hold on to. Shoes are really, if you really want to get into it, go to the shoe rack and look at those shoes that are marked down, but still, sit in the corner and check your comps or whatever. You want to, even if you only come out with 4 of something. So that's just something I want to let you know, because we've all been there. Like, I don't do a lot of retail arbitrage, but it has been an occasion where I go, oh, let me see, what's in there, so,
That's a good tip because I've never, I've never done that. So I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. So just check that out. So Elsa, what's your plan going forward?
I'm going to definitely continue with consignment. I'm trying not to be out and about, given the craziness of the world right now, and all my craziness within my home too. So I'm just doing consignment right now, and it's working perfectly for me. And also some retail arbitrage. I've been doing very well with ThreadUp. I had a terrible experience with BNG trading. That's for another program. Terrible experience. I don't know how I didn't do a story with that when I was unboxing it. I should have, but I was so upset. I was like,
Oh no.
yeah, it was terrible. Never again. But yeah, consignment and retail arbitrage is what is working for me right now. And if anyone has a question and wants to DM me quickly, please do so about how it works.
Nice. So Jasmine, you haven't been doing like a whole lot of listing and everything, or when are you going to start getting back kind of into your regular groove, do you think?
Well, now that my kids are going to camp and we're kind of getting back into a routine, I'm planning to continue listing. I have a lot of inventory to list, so I want to have the opportunity to sit down and go through it. Things that are not on trend or that I don't think are valuable, probably donate, and then I'll list the rest.
Nice. Carla, what are you working on going forward?
I think that this, I'm going to say how Rosalind says it, cabrona virus. It's going up. It's going up. So I'm going to keep going to before everything closes again and it gets worse, obviously taking all the precautions because I still have a kid with seasonal asthma, and I want to relist and also do what Jasmine's gonna do, kind of clean up, get the stuff that I don't like anymore, I don't think it's gonna sell, donate it.
Yeah. And a lot of the stuff, that's a good opportunity for ThreadUp. I was literally, I told, how in October I had 1,200 items and I was just kind of getting overwhelmed. So I had to make a decision about like what I wanted to have in my Poshmark closet. This is before I didn't even pick up Mercari then. I was still kind of like, I didn't want anything else. I just wanted Poshmark and I focused on it. So I got rid of like 900 items. I'm down to like 300. Probably 350. And that's just shoes. I'm doing a lot of bras, lingerie, and handbags, and then some stuff sprinkled in there. And so I bagged up and I literally got rid of a lot of stuff. But then I interviewed Melissa, who is Vandy's Closet, who talked a little bit about ThreadUp. And we have these, preconceived notions about what they could possibly take. And she just said, no, you just go in and look at the brands. Now you want to look at like how much they're getting for something. But if you're already planning on getting rid of it, you get a free label or a bag. I just get the bag and use a box. I just get the label and use a box because the bags take a little bit of time to get to you. And if you're going to send it off anyway, before I sent anything to them, I went right in there to check if it was a brand that sold. And I literally sent them 12 boxes of things. They're slowly going through them. They've already went through 3 boxes out of the 12 so far. They let me know every time they receive it, and then they tell me they're slowly going through it. They've taken 32 items already.
Wow.
Sold 15 items already. That's just out of 3 boxes.
Pretty good.
And the only challenge is, and these were all kinds of brands. Stuff, it was just really in good condition. Stuff from like Ann Taylor, which was not moving for me. I was about to get rid of it, but when someone said, oh, Ann Taylor, and I didn't want to take a course because one of the resellers has a course. I'm like, I wasn't that serious about it. Like, I'm not turning it into another business where I want to pay $100 for a course. But I say, do that if that worked for you. But I just said I was getting rid of it. That was my key to it all, right? And they took this stuff, and I was really surprised. They told me what my payout's going to be. The only challenge is if you start getting nervous about like how long the process is, they do have a return. These are people on the other end who are shopping. So you have to make sure they won't give you any money until they're sure that the item goes past the return period. Because what's it, 30 days or something like that. So you can go in and I see all my items that sold, but it says we have to wait for the 30 day. And as soon as that 30 days or whatever passes, then you get your payout for items that I was just going to send back to Goodwill. You stick it in a box, put the label on it, and take it to the post office. It costs you nothing. You can have it if you don't want it back. You can tell them to donate it to a organization. They give you the organizations, or you can tell them if it doesn't sell, then they'll still just keep it. But if it does sell, you'll get money for your things. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on with ThredUp. So Rosalind, what are you working on the next few weeks? Aside from TikTok?
Guys, I do more than that. I'm always listening, even though you see me doing TikTok, I'm always listening and cross-listening to Mercari too. Like I told you on Saturday, I opened a Depop account.
Nice.
And I had a few likes so far, no buyers. But I want to also look onto Etsy, like you told me on Saturday, and see if I can put some masks, face masks, and the tie-dye tops. I mean, I've been selling some of the tie-dyes on Mercari and Poshmark, but I would like to try Etsy since I'm also, sewing the mask.
Yeah.
I can add, the mask and the tops.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to go out and buy too. I'm ready to go to my favorite Goodwill, but I also love to buy. I have a TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Ross. So since they're so close to me, I always used to go once a week and check all of them and buy from them too. Like you said, shoes. I love to buy shoes, especially Ross. Sometimes Ross is a good place to go and you can find things.
Nice.
And I think in a few weeks I'm gonna try to go out and do some things and keep adding. And I think that's what until I start working again. We'll see if we reopen schools in August. Then I'll be back to my old schedule.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah, I like TJ Ross and Matt. TJ Maxx and Ross too, Milena. So I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming on. I didn't get a chance to mention everybody because we were having such a great conversation. So I'm not going to name anyone, but I want to thank everyone for coming. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the bell to set reminders because I have a lot of videos coming out. Next week, it's Thomas and I again. Next Wednesday, I'm going to have Ty from Lux Huntress, and I'm going to have next Thursday the over 50 crowd. So Sandra came up as with an idea. She's like, you're missing your demographic, which of course I am over 50, so I have 5 ladies who are older, and we're going to be chatting next Thursday. So all kinds of content coming up these days, and I just thank everyone for following. So ladies, we're going to close out, but as always, whatever you want to say comment to everyone, because I want to thank everyone for coming, and they're coming for you because it's so many new names and people I don't know. So I want to let you know I appreciate you, and we can sign off by each of you saying something. So Sandra, you go first. Just thank everyone for coming.
Okay. Okay, amigas, si tienen alguna pregunta, estamos aquí para ayudarles. Gracias por unirse con nosotros esta noche y le deseo muchas bendiciones y buenas noches.
Oh, yeah.
How was that? Was that good?
Perfecto.
Elsa.
Bueno, amigas, gracias por acompañarnos una vez más y recuerden de escribir esas metas, que no se cierre la semana hasta que no lo hayan logrado todo. Así que besitos.
Jasmine.
Okay, everybody, buenas noches. And I want to just remind you to, do things at your own pace. So if you feel overwhelmed, stop, take a break. It's always going to be there. You can always go back to it. So thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, lovely ladies. I love you all.
I love you
Good night.
too. Carla.
Hagan los videos, apunten lo que quieran decir. Si tienen alguna pregunta, estamos aquí todas para ayudarlas. Mándenos un DM. El que no arriesga no gana. Y además que ganar que perder. Y gracias por acompañarnos. Que tengan buenas noches.
Jocelyn.
Bueno, gracias a todas por acompañarnos hoy. Como dijeron mis amigas, nosotros somos un grupo bien, ya se me olvidó el inglés y el español. Estamos aquí unidas y estamos aquí para ayudarnos. Creo que a mí personalmente me da mucha satisfacción ayudar a personas que no pueden hablar inglés porque simplemente no entienden. Tienen alguna duda también, me la pueden preguntar en español con mucho gusto. Y sigan para adelante, no tengan miedo. Yo empecé también con miedo, pero estoy aquí hoy y les deseo a todos lo mejor. Y vayan a votar.
Sí, a votar.
Okay?
Go vote.
Yeah, that's right. Go vote, please.
It sounded beautiful to me. So I say gracias to all the ladies and just let you know I love you. Is that te amo? I love you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Leslie.
Gracias, Leslie.
All right, Leslie, thank you.
Gracias.
Bye, everybody.